ever find yourself strapped for cash and you really need some money? So one possibility could be that you could approach maybe a coworker or somebody for a loan where they can loan you money. And there's two ways that people tend to think about the way the money can be paid back. It's simple interest and compound interest. So today, by the end of the video, you'll understand what simple interest means. And we'll go through an example. And so you can see this in the real world of how you see simple interest with different things you do. So my name is Nicholas from Money 101 Academy, and let's get to it here. So simple interest is interest that is calculated using the principal only. It does not include compounding interest. Interest on either an investment. So simple interest can be either a loan or an investment you can use it for. So again, there's a whole separate video. I might have made more than one video on compound interest. I'll put the link below in the description box if you want to watch that. That is important for a lot of investing and loans. Compound interest is used, but sometimes simple interest is. So let's look a little bit further into this here and see what we can understand. So this is a formula that's used for finding simple interest. A is just going to be the amount that it's going to be that you're going to owe at the end of the time. P is the principal. That's the money you start with. R is the interest rate that we're talking about with the loan or the investment. And T is time. And so we're going to focus in terms of, it could be monthly, annually. For this example, we're just going to talk about time in terms of years. So let's run through an example. Let's go back to the beginning here. Go back to the beginning and talk about the loan situation. You're really strapped for cash. You need some money. And you find Joe from the office who's willing to loan you $10,000. So you arrange the terms of the loan. Say he says you should pay him back by the end of 7 years. It's going to charge you 5% interest, but it's going to be simple interest. And he's giving you $10,000. So you basically take this data and plug it into the equation here. So we'll do that here together. So we take our $10,000, put it in for P. It's the principal. It's the money you get initially from the loan. The rate is 5, so written as a decimal, 5%, and 7 years. So we want to start off, do order of operations like you might have remember from math class. You start with parentheses, then you see multiplication first, before division, before addition. So 7 times 0.05 is 0.35. And we add that to 1, so we have 1.35. And then we're going to multiply that by 10,000. So this here, all that is the same as this. It's just simplified. 10,000 times this number is 13,500. So by the end of 7 years, you will owe Joe $13,500. The interest is $3,500. And we're using simple interest. So you're going to pay him back the $10,000 you got plus $3,500. And if Joe, for some reason, was feeling like, hey, I want to charge you compound interest, the total would actually be almost $600 more, $14,071. So as you can see, simple interest is always going to be lower than compound interest. And the more you extend that over time, the greater compound interest is going to be compared to simple interest. For example, if this was over 30 years, this number would be exponentially, it would go up a lot more than this one. So it'd be an even further difference. So this is simple interest. Again, there's a video below on compound interest. I'd encourage you to look at that if you want to learn more about that. And if you're liking the channel here, please subscribe and look around and see what other videos you can find. and I'll see you in the next one.